Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Nick Bolliger back with NMB Sports here. The gang's all here this episode. We got Garrett, we got Brandon.
It's been a long time.
Get
It's
us
been a
in,
long
man.
time. All right, Thursday night recap. We got the Raiders against the Chiefs. Not so great of a game for the Raiders, preferably Derek Carr because of the injured pinky, which you will be talking about. But I said last night, the winner of this game is going to get a first-round bye, and like I said before, skipping games in the NFL and moving on to the playoffs is definitely easy. It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, keep that
So,
team healthy.
yeah, exactly. So the Chiefs winning 21-13. Why don't you talk about Derek Carr last night?
So, a little bit of a struggle from Derek Carr. You know, he had to take every snap from the shotgun because of that pinky injury.
Right.
Which I was watching a segment with him, and he said it was the worst pain he's ever felt. He said that he's, torn muscles off the bone and just
Right.
all this crazy stuff. And he said that's the worst he's ever felt. So, for him, it wasn't going into the game, it just wasn't looking good.
Right. But
And for the Raiders themselves, their left guard was out.
okay.
And he's
been-
one of the best power run blockers in
Right.
the league, where they run that 6 offensive line set and they just power through you. He's their best guy, and you miss that best guy.
it
somebody-
takes a lot away from
Right.
it,
So that was a key for Latavius Murray not having a great game, plus taking every snap out of the shotgun.
Yeah.
It's basically every run plays a draw.
And plus, also only playing on 72 hours
Right.
in 20-degree weather
Right.
when you play in
Right.
Oakland.
I mean,
Right.
me and Brandon can connect to this, football season.
Oh,
You
without a
put
doubt.
So many, going from playing a big game in one set and going to another game and playing a different set.
And playing
It's
spread.
kind of hard to adjust.
It is,
Right.
right. From playing from like a spread offense to going to, hey, our quarterback's out, we need to start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
right.
in a condensed time. So,
Right,
that's pretty
Only
rough for
17
them.
Right. So, yep, the Chiefs getting the win. I did want to move off to a preview of the Sunday games.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one we got Eagles, Redskins. This is a big game, divisional matchup. Who you guys taking?
Take the Skins.
Me
It's-
too.
I think
I'm
it's
taking
easy.
the
I'm taking the
Skins, yeah.
Redskins. So that was pretty easy.
Wait, hold on. I have a
think-
question about that.
Go ahead.
Is Jordan Reed going to play?
That's the thing. If Jordan Reed plays, I expect this to be a blowout.
Mhm.
Jordan Reed will probably have 2 touchdowns.
He's the difference between a blowout and a close game.
Correct.
I don't think people give him credit.
Right, Vernon Davis is not bad, but Jordan Reed has been in that system
for sure.
longer,
He's a lot better.
and he's more he's practiced more with Kirk Cousins,
Yeah.
so they have that timing on perfectly. Definitely one of the, I would say probably right now the best vertical threat non-named Jimmy Graham.
He doesn't give
So,
enough credit for how good
he
he
really
is. I mean,
doesn't.
Jordan Reed's a really good tight end.
He is.
He runs really good.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
he's
he doesn't get enough
great
credit.
hands,
Right.
strong guy. So this is a game. This next one I want to talk about, where if this team loses, they're out of the playoffs. I'm going to say it right now.
Yep.
So it's Denver in Tennessee. Marcus Mariota is playing like a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Mhm.
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. He's like 4th in passing yards, top 3 in touchdowns, or top 5 in touchdowns. Passer ratings through the roof.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a huge step from last year.
Right.
I mean, you think how big.
and just think about who he has. He has a guy named Rashad
Right,
Matthews,
yeah.
who's heard of him before this year. He's got a solid run game with a good offensive line.
He's got a really solid run
What
game.
about
Right.
Delaney Walker, right?
Delaney Walker, yeah, he's got Delaney Walker.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
he's good. but-
Right. And so they don't really have that star receiver like, let's say, like Trevor Siemian has.
Yeah.
Or Trevor Siemian has
Demarius
Demarius
Thomas.
Thomas,
Mariota
Emmanuel
looks way better
Sanders.
than him
Right.
without
Like,
those.
and their bottom scale in passing
Yeah.
offense. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. If Paxton Lynch plays, I don't see Denver winning this game.
I don't see
I
Denver
really
winning
don't.
this game
They go
Anyways,
into Tennessee.
yeah.
They go into Tennessee. It's going to be colder, and especially on 2 quarterbacks who haven't got that much experience. And teams obviously both have film now on Paxton Lynch and have film on Trevor Siemian.
Yeah.
They're planning for both. I'm going to say it won't be a beautiful game, but it's definitely going to be a key game.
So
Yep.
can I pose this question to you?
Yeah.
How do you beat Denver? Just
How do you
see, you can't pass them, so you got to run.
Right. So running the ball is also it's going to DeMarco Murray's going to be the key player in this game. I wouldn't run anything outside. Nothing outside.
just
Absolutely
not
not.
jam it up.
With
the
DeMarcus
Right.
Ware and Von Miller, I would not do it unless I can get a power set where I can get a fullback and I can bring that tackle or tight end off to
Yeah.
That's still
Edge Miller inside, but it's still Von Miller.
Yeah,
So-
but like the key way to beat Denver effectively is to just pound them.
Right.
And
Like Oakland did. Bringing
do
that
the whole
6
game,
set,
right.
yeah,
and they just kept pounding the ball, and it worked.
who other than DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry though?
Exactly.
Let's just throw
Exactly.
that out there.
So-
I think Tennessee takes this game, no question.
And that's the thing. If Denver loses, that moves them to 3rd. And not only that, if Miami wins this week, That moves them up to the 6th
I
seed.
think that one.
And
Or
so,
sixth one.
but we'll get to the Miami game, which is actually next.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this one. Dolphins Cards. I've said this all year. Thought the Cardinals will be something that they're not.
Same.
And they've just been disappointing. And like it comes down to quarterback play.
Yeah, they've got a...
Because they have probably the best dual running back that we've seen since Deion Lewis through the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
And he's staying healthy. He can receive the ball. He can run the ball. He can score from anywhere. But then again, it's just Miami Jarvis Landry's finally found his groove. Jay Ajayi needs to have that bounce back week, but
he's come off 2 bad weeks.
Right, 2 bad weeks. But then again, when he did have those 3 good games back to back, they didn't have much film on Jay Ajayi. They didn't know how he was a runner. They didn't know if he was downfield runner or counter runner. They didn't know.
Right.
So now that they do have film, I feel like he's not going to notch like 150 yards, but maybe like upper 90s,
My thought process on this is it's going to be how they're going to attack the defense. Like when they played San Francisco, it wasn't because San Francisco has some outstanding run defense. They're pretty below average, to be honest. It's just they game plan to attack them through the air, and that's what they did, and it was successful. It worked.
Right, they got the win. But yeah, I'm going to give Arizona one more shot. If they win this game, they have a chance to be a wild card. If not, Tampa Bay is looking hot. Detroit's obviously good.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually going to take Arizona in this, but I don't think they'll really make the playoffs. I'm
gonna say Miami.
I'm taking Miami too.
I'm gonna take Miami in this win. So the next one has been talked about ever since week 1. When are the Cowboys going to play the Giants again? Now this is the thing. That week 1, that was Dak's first ever start.
Yeah.
Like he was playing
Zeke's first ever start.
Obviously, by now, I guarantee you, everyone watching this has expected them to hit the rookie wall.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened.
I don't think
it either isn't going to happen, or they already ran through it. One of the two. Zeke could have run through a brick wall if he wanted to, I think. So, this is a big game, divisional matchup. If the Giants win this, it's pretty crazy. I'm not going to take the Giants. But then again, I'm going to say the key player, if you want to win this game, you got to shut down OBJ somehow. So you guys take him. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
I mean, this might be... JPP's out. So, I mean, the run game might be a little bit more effective than it was in week 1.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a hot defense.
We're talking about Landon Collins.
They're hot right now.
Right.
And then we're talking about
Odell Beckham.
The kryptonite to one of the best teams I've ever seen in Eli Manning, who has been the kryptonite for the Patriots. They were undefeated in the Super Bowl, one of the greatest teams I've ever seen play football, and they got beat by Eli Manning. Now, he's got Odell Beckham Jr., excuse me.
Best athlete in my eyes in the NFL.
How Dallas does not have anybody close to being able to stop him.
No way. They could try to put Byron Jones on him for length, but he's too slow.
Right.
They can try to put Barry Church on him for strength, but he's too OBJ's too fast.
Yeah. And plus, he's also got 2 other weapons in Cruz and Shepard, who are no slouches as well, and they can have a big game. Right, so he's got all these weapons, and Cowboys don't have a fantastic secondary. It's not terrible by any means, but it's not fantastic.
Then again, that's the thing about the Cowboys when you got a team who has a good offense, if they get one stop, that's game.
Yeah.
If their defense gets one stop, their offense is going to go down the field.
Right.
It's just crazy how they work. It's like first down, the first play of the game, they'll get a first down. And they'll go to second down, they'll get another first down. Third down, they'll get another first down. And they'll do it on first down. And they'll score in 7 plays every time in a quick fashion. And it's just so crazy to watch them play. But I'm going to have to take Dallas in this one.
I'm taking Dallas by a lot.
He's taking Dallas by
Garrett
Garrett knows what he's talking about.
I'm just going to play some devil's advocate. I'm taking the Giants.
Scratch that hot defense because I don't like the Giants. And I hate Eli Manning. I respect Odell, but I hate Eli Manning. But Dak's going to have he's having over 300 yards, and Zeke's going for 150. You heard it here first.
You heard it here. Both predictions. Wow. That's all we got. All right. So moving on. Seahawks, Packers. Thomas Rawls against that crappy defensive Blue Jays. We're talking about Russell Wilson against The defense that allows the second most QBR to quarterbacks. I think this is crazy. I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to take the Seahawks in Green Bay in cold weather. I'm going to take them, and they're beating them by 10.
Seahawks win 40-17.
I mean, all right.
No, this is legit. I like the Seahawks are going to have a blowout.
What?
Their offense is cooking, and plus, there's going to be so much motivation to get it done for Earl Thomas.
Right. Can't argue that. You really can't.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is... I don't like him.
We don't know what he's doing.
This is going to be my week, and I said it before. I said Seattle is done without Earl Thomas, but this is going to be the week where it shows because against Aaron Rodgers, against Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Ty Montgomery, all these guys that are very good receivers and a good quarterback as well, who hasn't played up to standard, but they're going to be able to pick apart a defense that isn't good or a secondary that's hurt. This is going to be able to show us how good Seattle is without Earl Thomas, and I think this will be the proof to show how good this team actually is.
Got 2 questions for you guys.
Okay.
Christian Michael.
Is he even going to play?
I think he's going to play, but what do you think he's going to do if he does play?
I think he's going to get destroyed.
I agree.
Now, in one of my leagues, I got Mr. Jordy Nelson.
Sit in.
Jordy Nelson is a wide receiver 1 this week, and I'm going to tell you why. Over 80% of targets in Green Bay go to Jordy Nelson.
Wow.
Okay. Now, if he's getting that many targets, I love Richard Sherman.
Oh, but he's bound to beat Richard Sherman once or twice in a mid-level fashion.
Exactly. And because Earl Thomas is not there, if he does break loose, Cam is no slouch.
Right.
But if he hits him with a quick head fake or something, say they're playing zone. Sherm he just takes a couple steps back and has this zone. Cam's back here. Let's say he hits him with a head fake and Cam comes down. That leaves Jordy open.
See, Cam's goal is to just smack somebody.
Right.
Earl's the
fundamental Earl piece. Is the guy where he's like, the head fakes aren't going to get me.
And he's just going to wrap you up. Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, Cam's just going for the
knockout blow. So I'm going to start Jordy Nelson. I know it's crazy, but I feel like he's going to have over 100 yards and touchdowns.
Is this a PPR league or just a regular?
No, this is a regular league.
Regular league, I think that might be a good decision because I think he'll have 70 yards.
I feel like he'll have I
think he might have a touchdown too.
6-8 receptions, and I think a touchdown notched on him. But then again, that maybe their only points scored would be from Jordy Nelson. So, because you're not running on Seattle.
No.
You're not.
Especially not with a slouch like Christian Michael.
Christian Michael or James Starks.
Yeah,
it's just not
they're
happening.
just not.
Now, Devontae Adams may do something.
Maybe, yeah.
And Randall Cobb may do something, but we don't know.
Yeah.
So, moving from that game, got a question sent in. This is, they let their opinion known on how this was going to be said. Who's going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC? Is it going to be Kansas City, Oakland, or is it going to be New England?
I'm looking at strength of schedule.
Now, you look at New England.
Patriots kind of have a decent game this week with the
They have the Ravens. They have Denver. Who else do they have to play against? I think those are really the only 2.
Those are the biggest 2, yeah.
Right. So you got Denver. It's always hard to go into Denver and play, especially.
And you can consider that a rivalry.
Right, and you got to remember this. No one plays better in cold weather than Mr. Thomas Edward Brady.
Who plays better than Tom Brady anyway?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
There it is.
Nobody.
So
that's the answer.
So I feel like they're gonna notch 2 wins, and I'm gonna have to say New England's gonna come in there with the first seed.
I'm gonna agree. I just think they have the best road to get that number 1 seed because Kansas City still has to play Denver as well as New England, but I think New England matches up better.
They do.
There's just more balance.
Yep.
And then Kansas City also, that's a division rivalry, so it's just more than everything else.
And I do want to let this know. If it goes New England and Kansas City, let's say everything goes as planned, Kansas City comes to New England for the AFC Championship. You ready for this? I'm actually scared for this game.
I think Kansas City's going to go to the Super Bowl after last night.
Because Kansas City is built to beat New England.
Yeah.
What happens when Tom Brady gets pass rush? They lose games. What do they got? They got Justin Houston and Tamba Ali.
And D Ford, who has 10 sacks on the season,
and
going into last night.
Now, you look on the offensive side. What did the Patriots defense do the most? Give up big plays. And what do they have? A guy who makes big plays named Tyreek Hill.
They also have Spencer Ware, who's
good
catching out of the backfield.
So, I'm scared for that game. If it were to be Kansas City coming to New England, it's not gonna. That's making a run for Game of the Year.
Yeah, no, that will be the game of the year.
Because
that'll be better than the
when
Super Bowl.
the team in the AFC is building a team, they're not building for a Super Bowl. We got to beat New England.
Well, if you beat New England, you're essentially going to win the Super Bowl.
If you go into
let's be honest here, they're the best team in the league.
If you're in the AFC, you know if you want a championship, you're going to have to go through New England. They are the gold standard in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you want a championship, you have to go through them. And I'm scared because if they go into New England, last year it was the first half was but it always is with New England.
Yeah.
And then they ran off with it in the second half. But you got to remember, New England doesn't have Gronk. Marty B is still whatever he has. We don't know yet. So Tom Brady's all set. Julian's all set. Danny Amendola with sprained ankle, but we got Griff Whalen. We haven't seen much of him, but he was a deep threat.
Yeah, Malcolm Mitchell has been really good.
Malcolm Mitchell is a great deep threat.
Chris Hogan is so underrated as well.
That's the thing that the defense maybe you're not sure, but the offense has too many weapons.
I'm sure about that defense. To be honest, they gave up the second least points of any team. Only Seattle is better.
Right.
In terms of points given up. Yeah, they give up a lot of yards, but if my defense doesn't give up points, I don't care how many yards they give up.
Right. They could give up. Your team could drive all the way down the field and get on the 1 yard line, and they will stop you.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? Yeah. Take a field goal?
And get 3 points. 3 is better than 7.
Right, exactly. And then what is the offense going to do? Go down and score 7.
On you.
They're going to score 7. You'll go down and score 3. That's 6. You go down and score another one. That's 14.
That defense is so underrated, and that's from a Seattle fan.
I feel like all we need, literally the only thing we need is for a guy named Barkevious Mingo or Trey Flowers to start getting in the quarterback's face.
I agree.
If that were to happen, I feel like we got good cover guys who are physical in Malcolm Mitchell, Logan Ryan, Patrick Chung's sure tackler, Devin McCourty's.
I love McCourty.
McCourty is, besides Earl Thomas and Eric Berry, is probably the best free safety in the league.
Oh, yeah.
So
I also think we're going to see Brady. He's been kind of not so good the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
I think the rest of the season.
But then again, he did have that knee problem.
Yeah.
But like we said, it's not really a big deal. But obviously, taking drops and everything, it's going to get to you.
He's going to step it up, though.
Right, exactly. And another thing, we were talking about this actually last week. I know this sounds really stupid, but if you guys can ever just watch a Patriots game from start to finish, do it. Because
you're seeing history.
You're watching history. When you look back, you're going to be like, hey, I got to watch Peyton Manning. I got to watch Tom Brady. I got to watch Drew Brees. I got to watch all of these quarterbacks when we're not even there's going to be no more pocket passers. We have 2 left.
Yeah.
And that's Tom Brady and Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you have a chance to watch either a Saints game or a New England game, do it. Because you can look back and say, hey, I got to watch 3 of the top 4 quarterbacks play.
Yeah.
In history. So I definitely say that would be a good thing to do. So we're going to move on from that, go through some NBA. We all love NBA.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
Here we go. Let's all get ready. NBA tonight. Rockets, Thunder, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Who are you guys taking?
Ah, man. I got to stick with my guy, Russ.
I got to stick with Russell
Westbrook.
Let's do it. Russell Westbrook, triple-double. James Harden, triple-double. I'm calling it right now.
I'm saying Russell has a triple-double, and Roberson just clamps James Harden.
Really?
I agree. Actually.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Roberson.
Roberson's long. Roberson's a great defender. Roberson. He's going to lock James Harden up as good as anybody can in the league.
But I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to say triple-double for both point guards.
I think it'll be a lower triple-double if James Harden gets one. But Russell's going
to have a triple-double. So I'm going to say Russell Westbrook has a 30 point, 15 rebounds, 17 assists. Calling it right now.
I love it.
Mark it.
We know he can do that.
So. Yeah. So moving on from that one, Heat, Cavs, Hassan Whiteside against Tristan Thompson. Who are we taking?
Well, I hope they both do fantastic. Alec Erickson, you're going down to fantasy.
No. You heard it. No. You're getting tagged in this.
Anyway, I'm going to say the Cavs win, but Hassan has a big game.
I'd say so. I'd say the Cavs are going to win just purely off LeBron's play.
I think Kyrie goes for 30.
Ooh, Kyrie for 30?
This is LeBron's best assisting season and his 13th best scoring season.
I mean, Kyrie's leading him in scoring.
LeBron's just trying to get other people involved.
And that's good.
Kyrie's poised to go off on Gordon.
Right, exactly. So, I'm going to have to take the Cavs.
I agree.
Garrett Cavs.
Yep.
All right. So,
it's unanimous.
So, here we go. Hawks, Bucks, Giannis, Paul Millsap. Guys, what are we going with here?
Well, again, I have Paul Millsap and Giannis on the same fantasy team, so
go off.
Going down.
Go
but
off.
I think the Bucks might take this. I think John Hanson's a good
I agree with this.
I'm going to say the Bucks. I'm going to say the Bucks, and I feel like Giannis has a lower triple-double like he did last night.
I think he goes for like 24, 12 rebounds, and like 5 assists.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a triple-double, but I think
he'll
have
say
like
a lower
3 blocks and like 2 steals.
I feel like 17 points, like 10 rebounds, and like 12 assists.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going more so towards Garrett's.
Yeah, that's also good. Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna have a great game no matter what.
Yeah, right.
He's on Antetokounmpo.
He is. And also, I did tag you in this yesterday. Last night, he is now leading the Bucks in every statistical category.
Giannis?
Every single statistical category. Now remember this. He just turned 22 2 days ago. He got drafted as a 6'8" small forward. And since being in the league, he's grown 3 inches. He's still growing, 22 years old, and he can play every position on the court.
Yeah, he's unreal.
He's honestly going to be a 7-foot point guard. Call him Magic Johnson. Magic Giannis.
Magic Giannis.
Magic Giannis. And Nick was telling me we should change the name to the Milwaukee Antetokounmpos.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't see a point. Why not? So, last game, Raptors Celtics. Who you guys taking?
I like the Raptors. I think DeMar DeRozan's. I mean, actually, that's a tough one because Avery Bradley.
I like the Celtics.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to go with the Celtics. Strictly on Avery Bradley having a great defensive game.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
I'm gonna go with the Raptors.
The Raptors?
Lowry.
Oh yeah.
Lowry. 20
you just picked up
12 assists, double.
You just picked up DeRozan from me. I got
DeRozan has like 25.
Question
because Avery Bradley's on him.
Does anybody know the status of Isaiah Thomas tonight?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, I know he's day to day.
Yep. Yeah, I have him on fantasy as well.
I think he's gonna play.
If he plays, tough. I think the Celtics might take it. But if he doesn't play a lot of minutes, I think the Raptors take it in a blowout fashion.
All right. Well, got a question for you guys.
Yep.
No one sent this in. I was just thinking about it. You have to start a franchise right now. New franchise, NBA franchise, call whatever you want. You need one person in their prime to start your franchise around.
And any player ever.
You could have Miami Heat LeBron.
What?
You could have 95, 96 Michael Jordan. You could have Giannis right now. You could have Kat right now.
What?
You could have Russell last year or Russell this year.
What?
You need someone in your lineup right now to win games. Who are you picking?
Showtime Magic Johnson.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! What about you, Garrett? You double it second. All right, I'm gonna go.
I was gonna go with that. He said it first, but yeah, I'm going with Magic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Miami Heat LeBron.
That's no slouch of a pick.
But if you guys do,
wait. Excuse me, Michael Jordan. That didn't even go through my mind.
All right, he's taking MJ.
I figured somebody would, so
I'm sorry, Michael Jordan.
I'm gonna go with LeBron.
I can't not pick the
greatest
player of all time.
We're going old, semi-old, now old. Right. So that's gonna end this show. If you guys want to put in the comments below who you would want to build your franchise around, or just put in the comments on the Facebook status, you let us know, and we'll definitely take note of it. Thank you guys once again for watching, and we'll catch you next time.